Hey guys, it's Jason Perry with Envoy Mortgage and Kelly Arsenault with Kelly Williams again. Wanted to also do a video for you right now about some of the things that we find that a lot of first-time home buyers have as far as questions. We've been dealing with a lot of folks, especially in just the market as a whole, where whether they're 21 or 51, they're buying their first home. We both do a lot of business with that market, and it's a special market because to a great degree, this is, again, they haven't done it, so it's something that they need to be educated on, they need to be comfortable in. Right. We also find there's a lot of frustrations with that market if they go into it without that education, whether or not it's losing out on the fourth home in a row and spouse is crying, and that, I've personally been involved in that. I'm a prior, but it's an important part, Yeah, but it's an important part again to make sure that education. So, so just let's get into that a little bit. We talked about how important that can be. And
first thing is sit down, have a meeting with the clients or customers, and let's figure out what their needs are.
Sure.
Where do they want to be? Where's the location? What type of home are they looking for? Are they starting a family right away? Do they have to think about school systems?
Okay.
Next thing is financing.
Okay.
If they're going to get FHA financing, I need to know that up front so that I don't take them to a house that only qualifies for a conventional mortgage.
Okay, so FHA, Federal Housing Administration, so FHA is one of the types of, as the lender, is one of the types of financing. It's a low down payment, not solely for first-time home buyers, but it's commonly used for first-time home buyers. 3.5% down, but the point you're bringing up as far as you need to know this because FHA has specific requirements for the house. It can be whether or not it's a single family or a condominium. There's different requirements for condos as they are for single families. So that makes a ton of sense, and that's also, I'm sure, so that they don't get mentally invested in a home as well, or even look at a home and waste.
I don't want to take them out to look at a home that they can't afford.
Sure, exactly,
so
exactly.
Let's get the numbers down. Let's begin our search and be focusing on what they can afford and what they can actually purchase.
Okay,
there's a lot of competition out there in the first-time home buyer price range.
Yeah, tell me about that. We were talking about that earlier.
Because the economy has started, what I think is to turn around. There's a lot of competition. People have decided, okay, now's the time. Interest rates are going up. If we're going to do it, we need to do it now. So you do have a lot of competition.
Yeah.
There could be 5 buyers bidding on the same house. This is where we're coming into the bidding wars.
It's funny, that's the first time I was talking to one of my colleagues earlier that this past spring was one of the first springs in probably 4 springs where it felt like a spring, and it's been continuing where, like you mentioned, multiple offers.
It's still happening, so it's carrying over into the fall, and I think it's going to carry over into the winter as well.
Well, you can't, again, you look at the relative lowness of the interest rates, the relative cheap market that we're still in, the low cost market that we're in, it's huge. So again, knowing what they're looking for as far as location, knowing what they have as far as opportunities for financing, mindset was
pre-qualified.
Yep.
It's very important.
Completely. We were talking about mindset as far as making sure that they're not. They have to understand the market. We talked about how active a market is, how likely a particular price range is selling, so that they're not going in at a very hot property for $20,000 lower when people are going $5,000 above it.
And they tend to be nervous going in, so the hesitancy that they may have when it comes to finding that home and not jumping on it right away and making the offer, when you start to lose a home 3 or 4 times, you're going to all of a sudden just accept that house because you're afraid of losing it.
Completely. I've had that happen twice of late.
You have to have an understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. So again, any of you guys who are out there first-time home buyers, again, Kelly and I both do a ton of business in that market, but specifically, you want to make sure that you're dealing with professionals that are taking that time to invest in you and educate you and best prepare you so that when you do find these homes, but like we spoke about, have a clear idea of what you're looking for, have a clear understanding of what financing is available to you, and then just more importantly, be working with professionals. So that's an important part. So again, Jason Perry with Envoy Mortgage and Kelly Arsenault with Kelly Williams. Thanks for watching.